So, in the last episode, I spoke about the six needs that humans have within Tony Robbins' system of actually identifying why humans behave the ways they do. So, essentially, as we discussed, all humans behave differently according to the needs that they're trying to fulfill. Now, the important thing is in the last episode, as we talked, we went over the six different needs that Tony Robbins has actually kind of articulated well over Maslow's hierarchy of needs of humans. Another important thing that in this episode I wish to address, which is going to further our understanding of how these understanding of needs will help is to understand that behaviors, any behavior, any action that we take, since it comes from a place of emotional motivation, emotional action, we have to feel emotional about things to act on them. Therefore, they have to be serving at any point one of these six basic human needs. And in this episode, we will talk about what kind of behaviors are resourceful in order to fulfill one of our needs, and what kind of behaviors are the unresourceful type when it comes to us dealing with needs that we have, because there is no wrong needs, there is no bad needs, like all six of them, such as we just to recap: certainty, uncertainty. There is a kitty here beside me. What are you doing, brother? Certainty, uncertainty, and variety. Then there is significance, there is connection and love, there is growth, and there is contribution. Now, these are all, they could be used and utilized to take actions or show behaviors that are either resourceful or unresourceful. Let's just go right to an example. For example, uncertainty. Some of the resourceful behaviors, and we're going to go through them, and by the end, the meaning of resourceful actually comes to life. So let's just do that. For example, for certainty, resourceful behaviors would be like cleaning, foundation routines, rituals, organization, backing self, such as like backing, I back myself, I believe in myself. Certainty of self, allowing myself to become who I need to in order to handle the problem. That certainty of having that within me, to know that I can at any moment respond because I am able to become who I need to become in order to experience what I need to experience to handle the challenge or the situation on hand. Now, on the contrary, when it comes to unresourceful behaviors for certainty, we have things such as overeating, control of others, watch hours of TV instead of having a life, obsessive compulsive behavior, procrastination. These are all unresourceful states where we are actually behaving to satisfy our need for certainty. For example, many people find that certainty with overeating or obsessive compulsive behavior. It gives them that certainty that if I check something 5 times, then I know that I'm certain that it's correct. Or if I do something a specific way, then I know that it is certainly the only way that it is. Therefore, it cannot be the wrong way. Procrastination, same problem, versus comparing these to things that are being, for example, resourceful behaviors. So for certainty, we're looking at, again, cleaning, just taking an action to reach an ultimate order, which is going to bring us certainty, the certainty of putting things in order, but we are being resourceful because we're cleaning up, we're declustering, we're actually making progress towards a certainty while achieving it, but an ultimate order. again, allowing ourselves to believe in ourselves, having that certainty to have that belief. Then in variety and uncertainty, speeding this forward a little bit, in the resourceful behaviors of uncertainty and variety, we have, new challenges, taking on new challenges, being playful, embracing adventure, changing the meaning of an event, reframing, shifting our perspective. Different hobbies and creativity, these are all different resourceful states of being while acting or exhibiting behaviors that fulfill our needs for variety and uncertainty. And on the other end, we have the unresourceful behaviors that fulfill our need for variety and uncertainty, such as, overwhelm, taking drugs, intoxication, changing TV channels, and just flipping through our homepage of TikTok or Instagram, self-sabotage. These are now getting heavier, creating drama and problems for ourselves so we have something to do. These are all unresourceful states of showing behaviors and taking actions that will fulfill our needs for variety, for change, for uncertainty. Now, right up next, I got significance. And in significance, this is an important one. So some of the unresourceful behaviors that give us significance are putting others down, promiscuity, gossip, sad stories about ourselves, the whole idea of martyrdom and victim, and lying in a way that gets us caught, rebellion, or not even caught, lying just is wanting significance. We don't want to deal with the consequences of not being accepted and therefore being rejected. And that means we need to, significance is us being unresourceful instead of dealing with the problem to cover it up with lies. And, the resourceful behaviors of this, the need for significance, is basically being a leader of self and others. That's how, that's a more resourceful state of taking actions to achieve significance. Volunteering work, speaking up when things are tough and rough and not easy. That's why we always see that when times are tough, the humans that step up when everybody is running in one direction away from a problem and there's fire, the ones who are courageous and are running to the stomach, deep to the belly of the fire, those are the ones that are, showing courage, standing up, achieving goals, leading, and they do naturally achieve significance in the eyes of the rest of the population. These are resourceful states of it because it requires us to be present, to make choices. And as we're going to end this 10-minute of episode, we're going to leave the next 3 for tomorrow. But the thing about resourcefulness, let's at least conclude that by this point, the resourcefulness is a state of being where we are open to possibilities by not being so caught up in our own perspectives of the situation and judging the moment with our own perceptions, with our own backgrounds, that we come into that moment and story and event. And by being open and being present, not getting worked up, not getting emotional, not getting excited, not getting stressed, not getting depressed, by staying just understanding that the experience is subjective, then we could stay present. And by staying present, we can use things and resources that we have access to within us to actually achieve our end means or mission or goal in a resourceful way, instead of just taking the victim, the short, the cheating, the lazy way out, which is always the unresourceful way. And the reason those happen is because we most of the times actually close off our own reach to our own resources by putting a frame or a perspective around any event that we experience, by just labeling it as something specific. And by doing that, we're automatically creating a conclusion, a scenario, and strategizing without even understanding what the situation requires from us to step into within ourselves, to bring out into the world, so we can achieve what we need to experience. And that is called the state of being resourceful. We're all perfect and whole. We have everything that we need within us. It's just a matter of trigger. That's it for this episode. Until the next one. I love these conversations that come up, by the way. Most of these in my consultations with our beautiful clients. And I hope that as I reflect upon them, they serve another soul.